Hi guys, welcome back to the Blading Physio YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about wrist and shoulder mobility. Wrist and shoulder mobility is as important in fall prevention as wrist and shoulder stability. I've already made a video about shoulder stability, so if you haven't seen that one, you can check it out after this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please click the subscription button below. I try to upload a video every single week just to keep the blading scene healthy. But without further ado, let's get into it. So today we're talking about wrist and shoulder mobility. Let's start with the wrists. The wrists have different movements. They can go up or down. They can go to the lateral side or to the medial side. And they can turn palm up or palm down. What will interest us most is the moving up and down from our wrists, because when we fall we mostly have the intention to put our wrist or our hands in front of us to catch ourselves. So let's work on the mobility of going down or flexion and going up or extension of our wrists. The first thing we can do is use a prayer position. So put the palms against one another and try to keep the elbows at the same level and go down with the wrists. This will help you to do the extension of your wrists. You can do this repeatedly or just one time and holding it for a longer time. For the other side or the flexion, you can just do the prayer position but inverse. So put the back of your hands against each other and just lift this position up while keeping the elbows at the same level. Another thing that can help to keep the wrists mobile is just little circles. So we're gonna form fists and just make little circles with our wrists. So these three things are easy to do during the day or when you're warming up before you go to skate. Now let's move on to the shoulder. Shoulder is more of a complex joint which has a lot more movement options. You can turn around with your arms, you can lift them up, you can go behind your back. There's a lot more movement options, so the shoulder joint should or could be mobilized in many ways. As I already said, the mobilization is as important as the stabilization. It's important to have a balance between those. So please also check out the other video I made about stability, because the stretches and mobilizations that I show you here are important, but as important as the stability, because you're gonna need that strength in your shoulder to catch yourself when you fall. To start, what you're gonna need is a broomstick or a stick that can help you with the exercises. The first exercise is on the knees. Rock your butt back on the heels and lay your arms as far as possible in front of you with the palms up. The stick should be in your palms, and what we're gonna do is just flex the arms so that the elbows stay on the mat but the stick goes towards your head. If you don't feel a stretch or you feel like this is not enough, you can also do this exercise with a chair. So same principle, put yourself on your knees, rock back on the heels, put your arms on the chair and just flex the arms with the stick in your palms and the palms up towards your head. So the second thing you can do is grab the stick with the palms down and just move it to the back and back to the front. So like over your head, all the way to the back and to the front. You'll see that when I do it, I don't have the full mobility yet to go fully behind my back with extended arms and to the front again. I always need to flex my elbows a little bit just to get there. That's not a problem, but you'll see if you do this regularly that you increase in mobility and you'll be able to do it with extended arms. Also, to start with, try to grab as wide as possible on the stick. That will make it a little bit easier to go all the way to the back and to the front. For the next one, you'll need a doorway. We're gonna stretch our pectoralis muscle, so that's the muscle in front, your pecs, like they're called also. What you're gonna do is put your elbow and the forearm against the door or the wall, and you're gonna step a step in front and then turn the other way, and you're gonna feel it stretch in front of the shoulder and the pectoralis muscle. This can help for people who are sitting and working on the computer a lot during the day, as this will stretch the front side of your torso and opening up the shoulder. For the fourth and last exercise, you're gonna put yourself on the sideways, up on a mat or in bed. It's fairly easy to do, and it's also called the sleeper stretch. So you can do it before you go to sleep if you have tight shoulders. So put yourself on the side, Put your elbow in front of you and pull your wrists towards the mat or towards the ground. This will give a stretch in the upper and back side of your shoulder. I just want to add that these stretches can help for shoulder mobility, but if you feel a strain or pain, then you should stop the exercise immediately. It's not the idea to force yourself into stretching it more or force yourself into that mobility. It should come fairly easily. Yeah, you can do these exercises and feel it stretch, but when it hurts or you feel a lot of pain, you should stop the exercise immediately. So try to do these exercises with a certain fluidity. If you feel like it's way too hard, like especially the exercise with the stick in front to the back, if it's way too hard, you can just leave it behind and do the other exercises. So like I said, these exercises should help you in mobility, but don't push it too hard or don't force it. Just try to go fluently in these movements. Alright, I guess this will do it for today. Work that mobility and stability because it's both important. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you have questions, ask them in the comments, and we'll see each other in another video, guys. Thanks.